So when we choose, or I should say, when the buyers choose the today's special value for you for Klondike Gold Rush in August, the California Gold Rush in January, it has to be one of the top two pieces of the year.
Yes.
And so when we talk about a today's very special value, that's what this is a glorious brand new woven design that they've done in one of the factories that is absolutely one of my favorites, Adore, out in Turkey. And this one we offer in 3 different lengths, 6 3/4, 7 1/4, or 8 inches. We're also bringing it to you on the 6 easy monthly payments for you, but this is really truly one of the most gorgeous pieces of gold. And believe me when I tell you, you are getting a price for this big piece of gold that you could not get anywhere else. I really truly believe that. David Markestein, our buyer here at QVC, who buys all the pieces that we're talking about today, he has been working for well over 20 years right here at the Q. He and I have traveled to Italy together, yes, and different places around the world to look for the jewelry. And I have to say, David, this took my breath away when I first saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it took us a long time in the making to get to this level where this bracelet came out because we had so many iterations of it. But what we've done here is we've taken the traditional Byzantine that is the most intricate weave that exists in the market today, and we've kind of stretched out that Byzantine. And if you could open up the Byzantine and stretch it out, what you're looking at is where you sometimes with the Byzantine, you can't even see what's going on. It's so intricate and it's all hammered. Here you get to see what's happened. You get 3 rows of those polished oval links all connected together, and then you get the perpendicular, all those textured links that come around.
Right.
And when we first saw this, the whole thing was textured and we didn't like it. We said, no, you have to make some of the polishing on it. So we decided to do the polishing in a certain way, but we didn't like it still. There were so many iterations of this until we got it right, but we think we nailed it in this case. And there's this slight dome shape to it. It is something dramatic, it's beautiful. And the viewers who have called in today said they never have seen anything like it, so the reaction has been very positive. So I'm very pleased that we found something that they hadn't seen before, and that they're really feeling that they got something that they can own for a lifetime.
And here are the prices. I just want to go through them with you. The 6 3/4 inch is 6 monthly payments of $91.50. Then that 7 1/4 inch is 6 monthly payments of $99.83. And that 8 inch length is 6 monthly payments of $108.17. And you know why that is so important? Is because there are a lot of people who would love to own this, but maybe can't put out $550 to $650 all at once. You get to have that once in a lifetime masterpiece piece of jewelry and do it for around $91 to $108 a month.
Yep.
That's why people come and shop at QVC. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is we bring you things that are new. But I also want to talk about quality, because many of you, and I've had a few people sometimes say to me, well, at that kind of price, it can't be well made.
No.
But let's talk about the factory that makes this Adore.
Adore has been making jewelry for us for as long as I've been here. They really understand the QVC customer, so they understand how to make jewelry and different designs. You know, they're the originator of the Byzantine. When you think of Byzantine, you think of Adore. It's the most complicated, intricate weave to make. So when they come up with new designs like this, they're putting their heart and soul. They have the craftsmanship. They have everything that you would want you'd want for this.
By the way, I do want to remind you, these are already getting limited in what we can ship out right away. It's been very, very popular since midnight. So I do want to just remind you that 6 3/4 inch length, look at the gram weights.
Look at that.
10.2 grams. Wow, that one, we're talking 7 1/4, 11 grams. The 8 inch, 12 grams. You know, really, truly, for when you start getting into weights like that, 10 grams, 11 grams, 12 grams, you really, truly should be paying about $1,000 and more.
Yes.
And up. You know, that's what really you would find in the marketplace.
I've always said I'm doing my job. If you are getting $100 per gram, that is a good job for a buyer in the industry. And I've been here 20 years. I know what gold is.
Right.
I know what the labor is on a piece like this. you can do the math here. When you say anything over 10 grams, and I insisted that this be at least 10 grams, this bracelet, I said I wanted something to be hefty. It's almost, I mean, it's 3/4 of an inch, almost an inch wide. I mean, that is a dramatic piece, a lot of gold here. So I think that is what the customers are loving about this so much, is that they're getting a lot of gold, getting a nice gram weight for this, and they're getting that look of that intricate design, the mosaic look of which we decided to call this, and I think we nailed it with that name because it has that kind of feeling to it.
To me, I was looking at this and I said, it could be mosaic, it could be tapestry. I actually put my own words to it and I called it old world glamour with today's trends. Because to me,
I like that.
This is glamour jewelry, but it's really, truly fine jewelry. We're talking genuine 14 karat gold here. This is something that you pass down from generation to generation, and yet it's right on trend. These big, bold, beautiful bracelets, especially even going into fall. When we start wearing heavier fabrics, sweaters, tweeds are in.
Absolutely.
All the suedes, the leathers. You know what happens to the jewelry? It gets bigger. You want to have something that's proportionate to the fabrics you're wearing. That's why a lot of times in summertime, maybe you dial down a little bit. Well, we are literally 2 weeks from September, and we're talking, this is the time to own this. You will have this for a lifetime, but now is the time to pick up the phone. If you've never shopped with us before, it's so easy. Just try it. It's 1-800-345-1515. And just to remind you, we take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover card. We have our own Q card. You can get this home in about a week's time. If you order now, anyway, by just paying a price of $91.50 a month for the 6 3/4 inch, $99.83 a month for the 7 1/4 inch, $108.17 for the 8-inch length, and a nice big oversized spring ring clasp that even if that shows, that's okay because that's a beautiful look. You could hang a charm off of that if you wanted to.
Definitely.
I mean, you can layer this with other pieces, but it is just gorgeous by itself. Let me give you a quick update. We began the day with about 4,200 bracelets. Here's what we have remaining in each size. In the 6 3/4 inch, 300 remain. That's it.
That's it.
7 1/4, 800, and in the 8-inch length, listen to this, fewer than 200 remain. And that's what we can ship out immediately. So truly, if you want this bracelet in the 6 3/4 or the 8-inch, you want to get it right now. This is one of these pieces that, by the way, I just want to show you just a little sneak peek. We've got the necklace to match.
It's
just
really
thought I'd
amazing.
tempt you there.
It's incredible.
But I want to go back, David, to we've been bringing woven designs all these years. People might think it's easy to find a new woven design, but how many times have we gone to the jewelry shows? They've rolled out roll after roll after roll of bracelets, and we'll say, show us what's new. And we'll look at it and say, that's not new. This is brand new in this design.
It is so difficult to find the next greatest woven out there because it feels like, you know, everything out there is the same old, same old. So, but the QVC customer is very demanding. I know that they expect the new, the best. They want it first. And so we're able to really scour the market. And that's why I'm really happy that I do have the 20 years experience to go out there and say, okay, if they're not purchasing this, at least they're not going to say, been there, done that before.
Right.
I want them to be able to say, he's brought us something, my team has brought us something that is very different and special, something that they feel like they can, it's you know, a wow. How many people say to me, bring back the old gold, bring back what the days of the old gold rushes are all about. And this is exactly what, that's exactly right, what we did. And you know those days.
It gives me goosebumps. You better believe it. I'll tell you what, one-of-a-kind masterpiece is really what this is. It's even more beautiful in person. I think it looks great on TV, to be honest with you, but when I actually put it on my wrist, I can tell you, my whole body burst into goosebumps.
Yes.
It was just something about looking at that on my wrist that was so fantastic. It's intricate, yet it's strong. It's that historic ornateness, but with modern elements to it. And when you're talking about the quality of the design, the newness of the design, the quality of the manufacturing, it doesn't get any better when it comes to wovens than going to Adore. And that's the ones who bring us the Byzantines. They're the
right.
ones who have brought us a lot of our today's special values that have been innovative and new, right?
That's right. One thing I learned about the Byzantine, about this Mosaic bracelet is the customers love textured and polished together. The reason for that is because when you have the texture that you see, what the Italians call gradinato, it's that finish, that deep mesh finish, you get the light hitting off of the polished area. It's something so spectacular when the light can hit off the polished areas. When you have the texture, it just brings out the essence of the bracelet. And that's why we did it not all textured, not all polished, the combination of the two together.
I totally agree with that, and that just brought a couple more words to my mind, and that was, first of all, sophisticated.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start mixing the different polish and texture, it gives it a sophistication like that you would find on Fifth Avenue in New York, or Worth Avenue in Palm Beach and places like that. But I also want to just say this. We are talking about prices that a lot of people are charging, a lot of retailers are charging these same kind of prices for a pair of earrings. Or they're, offering these kinds of prices for some small kind of little bracelet. This is 3/4 of an inch in width, and it's domed, so it fits just and lays on the wrist just perfectly.
But look at by the way, it's like fabric.
It
the way
is.
it holds. You would never expect a bracelet this wide and this domed to ever lay like this. This is incredible that it's laying straight like this, and that no matter where it goes on the bracelet, if I go here, same thing happens. It doesn't matter where. That's hand assembled. That's what you get from that, and that's why it's so great that we're able to do that here. Now let me go this way again, and you'll see.
Hand assembled. I want to give you a quick update. We have the 6 3/4, the 7 1/4, and the 8 inch. Now think about it this way. We're already at noon, or only at noon, noon Eastern time. It's only 9 a.m. on the West Coast. We're down to fewer than 300 of these bracelets left in that 6 3/4 inch length. We have fewer than 800 in the 7 1/4 inch length, and we have fewer than 200 in that 8 inch length. And so if you want to get that 8 inch, that one is flying, so is the 6 3/4. We always buy more of the 7 1/4 because it's that mid-range size. But the fact is that truly, if you want to get this and you want to get it in a week's time and you want to be able to have it at this today's special value price, now remember, at the end of the day, that price goes up.
That's
significantly up. The today's special value, easy pays, go away. Look at the retail values. See, that's what we're talking about when you've got 10 grams, 11 grams, 12 grams. That's where we talk about, is it heavy? It's not heavy on your wrist, but it's substantial. Because when you have that much gold, think about the some of those other bracelets that we used to do, and they were pinned together, and all of those. I mean, really, truly, when you started getting into that kind of gram weight, that was such a rarity.
Yeah, it was.
Such a
You're
rarity.
absolutely 100% right.
Well, we are going to have to wrap up